Now that we've had breakfast together and gotten a taste for how PaperDirect began and has grown in a few short years, let's get together over lunch and find out more about the unique products and services that make PaperDirect special.
We have some product to talk about today.
Well, I'm gonna go over here.
Okay. I'll put this stuff over here. Oh, it's my favorite part of lunch at Harold's Bagels.
As long as I got some half sours, I'm a happy camper. Al, did you bring enough stuff to talk about?
We have some product to talk about today.
Unbelievable, huh?
Let me describe how the orders come into our system from start to finish. Call comes in. Of course, we use an 800 line, 1-800-8-PAPERS. Thank you. Can we get some menus? We use 800 lines coming in. 1-800-8-PAPERS is our trademark. 1-800-272-7377.
Which is almost as confusing as 8-Papers.
So the call comes through. Customer then hears a very nice message saying, would you like to place an order or check up on an order? If they hit 0 to place an order, it heads into the telemarketing queue or department. If they hit, I think it's 9, it heads into customer service, where then customer service department can resolve the order. Notice we don't head into technical support or volume sales initially, allowing telemarketers or customer service people to screen the orders or screen the callers before it gets transferred. It then heads into what's called an ACD. An ACD lets the call become available to the next available operator versus forcing it into any particular person. It distributes it randomly, whoever is available. If there are no telemarketers available, they hear a very nice message saying PaperDirect is your complete source for all your desktop publishing needs, and if that message continues, they're given an opportunity to leave a voicemail message apologizing that we're very busy.
Which drives me crazy if it gets to that point.
How quickly are you picking up calls these days?
Well, we're handling approximately 4,500 calls today in telemarketing, and we're averaging right now about 10 seconds.
So that means 10 seconds from when they hit 0 to talk to a telemarketer.
10 seconds from the point that they listen to the menu, that they could either place an order or to follow up. They'll get to speak to a representative to take their order. And we've had some weeks over the last month where we've ranged down to anywhere between 2 seconds and 10 seconds.
2 seconds is less than 1 ring, which is...
Realize that we're up at this point, we're up to close to 60 telemarketers with volume sales handling the calls coming in. I mean, our goal is to give the best service we possibly can to anybody calling PaperDirect, so that they're not waiting to listen to tapes and they'll hang up.
Yeah. Customers never like to be on hold like that.
When they hang up, does it show up on your reports?
Shows up on our reports. It is actually called an abandoned call, and it's incredible. We've run in telemarketing. We've run over the last month probably around 1% or even days less than 1% calls abandoning. And half the time, that's like someone making a phone call. It's 800. It's all costs our cost. And all of a sudden, someone says, another call comes in. They hang up. The boss wants them. It's incredible.
Because abandoned could represent lost business, but we're pretty lucky. It's so small.
They say the industry averages, they say anybody at 3% abandon rate is goals for a lot of companies, and our goal is 2%, and we're well below that, and that's one of the goals that we're trying to do. And it's amazing now with an ACD, the quality phone system that we've put in this year, the response time, abandon rate, we're able to measure all of our productivity of people on the phone, and it's incredible how much more effective and efficient our whole staff is.
And we sound better to the customers. And customers have commented saying, you sound better. And we do. The headsets are better, the phone system's better, so it's really worked out well. So all the calls get collected and distributed. At the same time, currently, faxes and mail are received and are sorted out. So now everyone's loading up the system with orders. Well, we have a nice brand new HP 3000 with some of the most sophisticated mail order software on the market, which actually collects and processes all these orders. It goes out for credit card authorization on every single order. It requests credit approval on every open account order, consolidates it, processes it, prints a collate, sends it out to the warehouse for shipment the same day. Very few people in the industry could do that.
It's hard to believe with our FedEx offer that we get orders out. If you call by 3 today, we'll get the order out and you'll have it tomorrow. It still blows my mind.
How are returns doing?
I think the last I heard was something like, close to 3%. Does that figure something like
It
that?
sounds wonderful to me.
We'll take it back, whether you try it, you don't like it, whether you ordered too much, whether it be today, whether it be 6 months from now, you call up and we'll return it, or we'll credit your account.
We even
Not a
took
problem.
something back that they didn't even buy from us. Remember we got a box of baseball cards?
That's right.
It wasn't ours. We
Get
gave them
back
a
money.
credit.
Gave
It
it
didn't
back to
matter.
them. We consistently try to check up on our customer service and the quality of our products, like by just calling randomly customers. And it's incredible the response. It's usually very favorable, very positive, and they come back to us with ideas of products that they're looking for. And you still doing the practice of every time you go out of town, you try to meet a customer? That's worked out well.
One a week, one every 2 weeks, shake their hand, find out what type of business they're in. And the unanimous opinion is they love us, they love the service, they love the products. Matter of fact, we have plenty of products to go over today. We'll work on the
Until we
upsell.
walked in carrying, we know that.
So we'll do that in a little bit. Why don't we order some food?
Okay.
Go
shit.
for a triple decker. You worked hard bringing in the boxes in. You deserve something.
Triple decker, huh? Turkey?
Turkey and make the call. I obviously, anything you order, it's okay.
Turkey and something else. What's good today?
There's a couple on there. Turkey. Do you like it with the bacon, lettuce, and tomato?
Sounds great. Let's go with that.
If you order just a fruit cup, I'm out of here, okay?
Or oatmeal.
Can I get the fruit salad? Hold the Jello, please. And a glass of seltzer.
Why does he always make me look out to be the guy? Just because he's the thin one? I don't understand. Every time we eat, it's the same thing.
Tim.
Now with the technology, it's so fabulous. I just sit with headphones now, and I hear a beeping noise, little zip tone. The next voice they're going to hear is, hello, it's a customer.
That's great.
And that's why that response time is so low. There's no picking up, there's no flashing.
There's no phones ringing.
There's no, it's amazing how quiet it is when we put the new system in. It's so quiet.
Customers are happier. That's important.
Customers are much happier.
Well, from my standpoint, that's what we want to make them happy, but we found that at our company, PaperDirect, that we're happy. If we're in a more stress-free environment, that it comes across on the phone, making the customer happy. I think that's one of the ideas behind those boards. A lot of company puts up those cue lights, and everyone starts to get stressed out. We came in and clearly made it the point that use this to manage your time. If there's 15 people in the queue, it's not the time to get a drink of water.
Thank you.
But yet if there's no one in the queue and there's plenty of people available, now's the time to get up and have a drink of water, go outside if you do that godforsaken thing called smoking. And kind of empower yourself to handle your own time. And I think it works better than being more stressed.
Something I want to remind the two of you, so we can remind everyone else. We don't sell paper. We're selling everything except just paper and PaperDirect. We're selling image. We're selling service. We're selling quality. We're selling a guarantee. We're selling a complete solution for a desktop publisher. If you package all that up into a box,
Worth a
it's
lot
more than
than
just paper.
1995.
And it's more than just a few dollars.
It's justification. It's justification of our prices, and they are getting the top line quality in the industry.
And more than just paper. It's everything. It's a solution.
And a lot of times I say, if a customer does hit me with, why is that so expensive? I ask them where they've seen it less expensive. Because the competition is really such that it's not the same product. They're, designs that look like cartoon strips or on 20-pound bond paper. It's not the same product.
This is obscene.
Oh my God. Watch out, guys. Stand back.
This is unbelievable.
You got bacon?
You ordered bacon. You ordered bacon. It's a little bit of bacon.
I'm glad we split that, huh?
Are we at Harold's or Carnegie's? Where are we? I don't understand.
Do you want to share some of mine? It's more than I can really handle.
I'm gonna pass this over to Hank so you can get started on this.
While you guys...
Mickey, do you have a camera? Because we could like to take a picture of this.
That's
The
beautiful.
scale also. That must be world record.
That's pretty large. You don't mind if I don't dig in just yet?
I don't know where to start. I know where to start.
Let's start with upsell. That's really why we came today to talk about upsell.
what is it? Let's define an upsell so we know exactly what we're
cross-sell.
talking about, or a cross-sell. In my opinion, and I think really this will be pretty straightforward all around, customers are calling and they're ordering product. And there may be a couple key questions that you need to ask that customer, like, you know, oh, I'm using this paper for a newsletter. That immediately hits off in your mind that there may be some kind of newsletter paper that PaperDirect sells that they may need either in addition to or more of, since they'd be using it. We have a lot of these different papers to suit these needs. So upsells would be anything that you can suggest to the customer to purchase in addition to the products that they're already getting. And a cross-sell obviously would be a natural coordinate with that product.
So let's go over every product line that we have and talk about some of the natural complementing products.
Okay.
Things that whenever they buy product A, they should know of product B.
What do you got there?
Let's talk about the box. You like our new box? Some beautiful graphics on the back with some hints on how to use our different papers.
Customers even comment about the box.
People like
Durable, reusable, sturdy. Paper makes it to their home safe, fresh, undamaged, and they can put their finished work back into it.
Childproof. You can't open it up until you...
Brochures, ooh. Probably the core of PaperDirect, our brochures. Turns any business into a big business. Very simple brochure. What goes well with brochures? Coordinating paper, more brochures, matching envelopes, more brochures.
Coordinating paper.
Volume is probably the easiest thing to sell.
Absolutely.
Sell 2 of something instead of just 1.
Sure. And the catalog lists additional prices as little as just 5 pieces of this box. You'll get, you know, an immediate price reduction as well.
What goes well with brochures? Wafer seals?
We've got all those acrylic pieces as well, so if you want to display your brochure. Did you bring any of those?
This one.
Oh, that's great. We've one of the brand new ones, right?
Yeah.
An older one. Look, a couple of our other type of brochures.
They were all printed on what kind of paper? Well, there are 2 different types of brochures.
Sure.
Pick one, anyone.
Pick a card, any card. Oh, PowerPoint.
Don't tell me which one it is.
Matching papers available, an envelope,
Printed envelopes.
printed envelopes.
Unprinted envelopes. Letterhead. We've letterhead.
Templates.
Templates, of course, templates.
Templates make these so easy to use.
Anybody can use it without having... I can use it, and I was computer illiterate.
That's the best part.
By the way, don't you love that the marketing department came up with having the name, the Florentine Gardens, and of course the design is Florentine, and Vision Marketing Solution is Vision.
Very good idea. Steve was going to be joining us to talk about some templates.
Here you're able to use a template, and the design of the paper comes out on the screen, but you mentioned them. Steven,
here?
yeah, he can answer the question even better than I.
Great, they come in both formats.
The experts here. Hand it all over to Steve. Steve, tell us how templates are going.
Typically, they'll have a memo, a letter, something like that to put together with WordPerfect. It's easy. You start up here, you end down here. But then their boss hands them something like this with all these nice panels and graphics on it and says, here, make me a brochure. What do I do? Well, we make it real easy. From the beginning, the goal of our paper templates was to make things easy to use. So we put together a series of software programs that work right along with people's existing software. They don't have to learn anything else. If they're using WordPerfect for DOS, this is Ami Pro for Windows, PageMaker, Quark Express, any of the more popular programs, we've got templates for it. Basically, the templates come on disks. The disks are... You can install these, Barry. You type the word
Even me,
install.
huh?
Even you.
That's
Good,
it.
they picked on somebody else. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it.
Type the word install and it's in. We also give the customer a illustration guide. It's got all the templates in it. Pictures.
Wow.
Okay. They've got all of our brochures, all of our certificates, all of our labels, anything that's a little special out of the ordinary. Now you can see that the illustrations here, for the most part, are just copies of the paper. People have graphic programs like PageMaker, Quark Express, Microsoft Publisher, and Windows. This is what they see. This is exactly what they see.
Pictures of the design.
Actual pictures of the design in color.
So the other applications, they don't see the pictures.
Word processors, no. But you know, word processors have their own advantages. Instead of seeing something like this, the word processor comes up with a blank screen, and gives you an instruction. Type in your company name. Type in your brochure title.
So it prompts you off of that.
Prompts you, right.
correct.
And as they're typing, the type is placed right on the page in the proper position for everything. It's like a no-brainer.
What happens if they want to
decide what they want to put in?
User-friendly. You decide what you want,
Exactly.
and you can place it right where you want on the screen. There's no measuring, there's no design work. Here it is, and you just decide the text where you want to put it.
You know, we used to talk to people that would take something like this, and in WordPerfect, it would take them 4 hours to figure out where to put all this stuff. Okay?
Unbelievable.
With a paper template, as long as it takes you to type this stuff in, it's done. Simple.
Let's say they have questions on how to use their templates. Who do they call?
Well, we hope the first place they're going to go is to their manual, because in the manual we put a section on troubleshooting for each application. All I have to, this looks pretty big, I know. All I have to use here is just a couple of pages for each application. We've taken what we consider to be the major problems and put them in a small troubleshooting section here. As you can see, this is PFS Publisher. We found one problem with PFS Publisher consistently, so we put these in here. The second line of defense is our tech support department. The telephone number for tech support is written all over here.
It's helpful.
We hope so. If they've got a problem that the manual doesn't answer, call tech support. Within a couple of minutes, they'll be up and running. If we can't help them the first time around, we'll take their phone number and get back to them with a good answer, usually within an hour.
And worst case, if they're still not satisfied with the product, of course we'll take it back.
Yeah.
I have a question. We're here talking about new products, and we have a lot of new things. What happens when we come out with new brochure mailers and new letterheads and new postcards and business cards?
Good question. You know, Barry, we've got our own staff of programmers now.
Really?
And they're working full-time, doing nothing but programming paper templates.
That's great.
So, well, this past year, for example, we got in a situation where we had a new catalog out every month for 3 months. We had programmers in-house. We kept up with the new brochures that came out.
Steve, your point earlier was pretty interesting. If they move, or if the company changes, or if they need a unique solution for that one presentation, and they want to change it the next day for the next presentation, they could just print out 5 more brochures.
Right. They
a
know
great
their
idea.
software. They've got the equipment. Simple.
So customize each presentation to whoever the customer is at that point.
So every day, if there was a menu, they can have the special of the day.
Or in the case of presentations, if you're going to Chase Manhattan one day and San Juan Bank the next day, you could use the same presentation, just change a couple of things.
This was a relatively new addition to the family of PaperDirect products.
No wonder you
Those
brought up the
messages.
menu. Right.
Is that on your mind?
I knew there was something.
Food is on my mind today. Yes.
Big day.
Yes. These are a little bit more specific because the whole line actually tells you what to use it for. What are some of the upsell, cross-sells, natural synergies with the attention-getting message papers?
Somebody's using a menu. Obviously, they're going to go with some way to display that menu, whether it's a... So this is really more of a...
Anywhere from a folder to a plastic saver.
Sure.
You know, a document keeper, so they can pull it
presentation
out.
folder as a menu.
Particularly the menu, you want to be able to save the menu each day. That if something spills on it, can be cleaned up. So those work really well with it.
More of those wonderful acrylic pieces.
Acrylic stand. Let's talk about labels. Labels is a big business for PaperDirect. Templates and software are critical to labels. Labels are tricky.
Labels are a pain in the butt. If you've ever tried to format labels,
Not
it's a
without
nightmare.
templates.
No,
With
without
templates, I've done very well with them. Now, it's either Avery's product or our product. Do our templates have all our labels and Avery labels in them?
For example, our LL6000, LL7000, LL9000, they're set up a little differently on our paper than they are in the Avery paper. So every single set of templates includes all those labels. Oh, by the way, as well as the audio label, the video label, both face and spine, anything that's special, specific to PaperDirect. That's great.
You noticed Masterpiece? New Masterpiece design? Very nice. Masterpiece is our brand name. It's our product name for the whole family of presentation products. It's still by PaperDirect, and it says it on here, by PaperDirect reorder call, but it's PaperDirect's unique name. All of our products are printed on laser paper to begin with. What is laser paper? It's typically a slightly heavier paper, it has the right grain direction, the right moisture content to withstand the heat and the curling of the laser printer. So the net result is the finest quality laser printer output possible because the paper was designed specifically for the machinery. The toner sticks well, the contrast is great, won't flake off, and this paper, and many of our others, are just specifically designed for your typical output, laser output. Obviously, this isn't by PaperDirect, this is Weyerhaeuser, but it's, excuse me for a minute, one of the finer laser papers out there. The famous paper kids. Yeah.
The best.
Hold that for a second. Look at that.
It's got all this
The
stuff
paper
in here.
kit and the paper club. Let's talk about it. These are one of the easiest upsells. The paper kit and the paper club.
all the stuff we give them.
And it's free. We give away this box full of paper for free. Let's talk about this kit, because it is what's made PaperDirect famous. In this box, they get a selector, which is a sampling of all of our non-printed papers, all of our blank stocks, from the Oriental to the Marble to you name it. It's all here. And we hope they put this somewhere convenient in their desk, near the copier, near the laser printer.
Now that's an actual sample of paper.
Right, with our phone number and ordering instructions right on it. And then separate to that is a box with full sheet samples of each of our pre-printed papers, from certificates to business cards. These business cards are pretty amazing, aren't they?
And those can go through the laser printer, no problem.
Go right through. And then you break it apart. You could use these as business cards, you could use these as announcements, name tags, and they coordinate with your full design. So this box contains samples of everything. You can run it through your laser, show it, make a presentation, get approval on it, and then order more from
And
PaperDirect.
it's all tabbed off here, so you know exactly where they go. Great.
It's like 5 pounds worth of paper.
Feel this? Whew. It's getting bigger by the day, huh?
Do you know who loves buying those? People who call asking for a catalog,
Right.
catalog requests,
Somebody who's just initially interested in PaperDirect need to have the paper kit.
because the catalog is pretty exciting by itself, but if you complement it with a kit, they're willing to invest the $19.95, they'll be thrilled.
And they get that credited back toward their first order, so it's essentially free.
Guys, I'll tell you what, we've got some deadlines. I've got to run. See you later.
Take care,
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks for stopping by. You want to take some back with you? Some food?
Food? No.
Paper Club, one of the more exciting continuity or subscription programs PaperDirect has. What's inside here?
Paper Club is the way that anyone can keep up to date with all the designs that PaperDirect has.
Because there are new ones every month.
New ones every month. Basically, we send out 3 to 4 issues of the Paper Club. Customer orders it once. Price is $15 now?
Sure. I think it's 16.
16? Depends which catalog. You get 3 or 4 different versions of the new designs that come out through the year, so they can keep their paper kit up to date.
Great way to do sampling. Customers always ask, can I have a sample of this sheet?
That's right.
And if they join the paper club, they'll automatically get them.
So in here, we got a catalog. We get to talk about the WOW catalog.
Letter from Alan. You need a knife? Here you go.
How smooth is that?
All shrink wrapped, huh?
Right? They get catalogs. They get a letter from our Senior Vice President of Marketing.
Who's that?
I don't know. We have to change the title by
We'll
then.
change that.
And really what is exciting about it for the customer is that it's a sneak preview. They get to see it before everybody else does. And all the many new different designs that come out.
I even heard some customers start sorting that back into their original paper kit
Yep.
to keep it up to date. So that way the kit is then used.
I've had customers, believe it or not, take the papers and put them in binders. And then they put the document savers or plastic page savers, and then they're able to turn them and then actually, use them as a catalog functioning as opposed to in the box. They have the choice, of course. But we found this to be a great way for our customers to keep up to date with our papers. test them, use them, show them.
Just like the kid?
Absolutely. And for us, it's turned out to be, like we started this conversation, an incredible upsell. And you were talking, I guess it was a couple of weeks ago, about the tremendous response we get to using our
There's a catalog in each one.
It gets them excited.
They open it up, they rip it open, they get excited, they put it in a laser printer, and immediately they call an order. There's a 2-year paper club available now also.
That's something new, isn't it?
Just started.
How's that
Selling,
going?
selling very well.
Do you give them a break on the price because it's 2 years?
A few dollar discount, and they don't have to worry about it for 2 years, and they'll continue to get paper supplies.
And that ensures us a customer, a happy customer for at least the next year.
The WOW catalog came included in that. Now the WOW catalog has some of the same products as our paper catalog, but has a different approach to it.
Sure.
It's the presentation approach. What are your favorite products out of here?
I love all the acrylic products, and I love all the colors products. I love the storage stuff.
Do you have some?
Matter of fact, I have a few colors products right here. This could be,
This is still my favorite. The 3-drawer one.
yeah.
I think it's great looking. I think it's classy. And they just coordinate any type of items that you can with the colors.
So you could match a binder and a drawer and a frame, all the same color scheme.
So we upsell it, we put together as sets, and we can talk about them to make a real fine presentation. But that's, I guess, what the WOW catalog's all about.
Is the complete look, the complete presentation.
Right.
That's great.
Did you see the new, Barry, did you see the new product that's just coming out? I have an advanced one.
I haven't seen it yet.
Lucky showed it. I honestly, it's one of those that I have no idea how it's going to sell, right? But
very
it's
space
basically,
age.
it's file on the go, document on the go. And what is, you can actually take your Pendaflex files, and it fits in perfectly and grabs to the clips here.
That's
so you take the
great.
whole thing from your drawer. I have no idea how it's going to sell, but I just think it's great.
I need one of those now.
It's another
I'm
one of
always
those
taking those
exciting
home.
products.
Gets hung up on
A few a
everything.
month.
When you start taking your folders out, you just take the whole file, boom. And what I like about it is that when it comes back over, it sits on your desk.
And we've got them in all
So
the
you
colors that coordinate.
Got them all the colors that can coordinate, so you can have a full look.
You mentioned something earlier, you don't know how it's going to do. None of us know how it's going to do. We're always willing to take a chance, we're willing to listen to the customers, try out a new product. If it doesn't work, well, we learn from that, and at least it shows our customer base that we're trying, we're exploring new solutions for them. And if it does work, that becomes a whole new product line for PaperDirect. I just so happen to have some recycled paper here in a larger box. Do all of our papers come in this size box?
Some of them come, 500 like that. Most of the papers come as 100 sheets per box. But we do offer the ream option on many of the many of the unprinted papers that we've got. We do have that.
Is it a lower price for five?
You do save
sheets?
substantially on the 500 as compared to 5 boxes of the 100, and customers really like the convenience of that.
I don't know when I was away, did you talk about the certificate papers?
No, we didn't even mention.
It's a huge item. I
didn't have a box
I had a
here.
box here,
I know we brought them.
which is a huge item for us.
Very nice.
Keep coming up with new designs. And what we talk about the WOW products or
Yeah, look
the
at that.
acrylics.
You got it.
I got lucky this time. And we could have this as an outstanding teacher award. Then you can make it up. And again, using what Steve was saying, the templates. How easy is just take this piece of paper and just with a template put together a fabulous certificate like
all
this.
supported.
And I saw these in a store, pre-printed, and the price was just outrageous to buy.
You mean the certificates with this?
Certificate with an outstanding teacher award, then you just write in the person's name. And they were outrageously priced.
You
See
throw
them for more than $1
throw
a
a
piece.
seal on this.
Throw it up, so I'll throw one of the seals on it.
We've got
The
ribbons.
ribbons now,
Colors.
the
We've got
embossed seals.
Those are great.
Tons of things to do. But these are, I think this will just always be a staple of PaperDirect, will be these certificates. It's incredible how many we go.
You can use them in so many different ways, and that's what's great about most of our products. They're so creative.
Well, that was a lot of work. Why don't we eat a little bit and then head back to the office?